Hi there, it's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. Thanks for joining us today for our Tuesday at 2 Facebook Live. Today's just our regular Facebook Live. We're not doing the birthday class today. We do that every other week, and we do have just 2 more left in our series of 6. So I hope your birthday card stash is growing and growing. So welcome to our Tuesday at 2. If you're new to my videos or to my Facebook Lives, welcome. Say hi, let us know that you're here. We have a great bunch of people here that we usually get to visit with, hopefully while I'm doing my projects. It's a little hard though to not be distracted. But anyway, I welcome everyone, and today we are going to be casing the catalog. We do that once a month on our Facebook Lives, and I see I have a few of you on. Let me see if I can share it. This doesn't always work for me. Hi, Susan. Let's see. Oh, looks like somebody shared it already. Alrighty, that's good. All right, let's see if I can. There we go. They keep changing it. All right, I'm just switching it over to my Lollipop Papers group. And that's where I like to have them both simultaneously on in case people are just over there and visiting one of my groups so that they can be a part of it. So, all right, let's get started. Hi, Carol. Hello from Quebec. Wow, how are you today? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Clarissa. Hi, Vicki. So glad to see you all. And Vicki, your name just reminded me. I have a bunch of the cards from our last birthday card class, and so I had asked you all to not vote on them, but to just let me know what your favorite was. So I do have 4 going in the mail this afternoon. So, and I'm hoping that I'm sending you the one that you like the best, but I can't really guarantee it. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the card from me. So I have one going out for Vicki Muller, Denise Van Syver, Carol Busby, and Deborah Woodby. So they should be out in the mail this afternoon or tomorrow morning, the latest. Okay, so I see a bunch of you on. I appreciate everyone coming on. If you are kind enough to share my video here on Facebook or on YouTube, I pick for a prize patrol every week. And in addition to sending out some of the cards the finished project of what we had been working on. So last week, I pulled the name Mary Lee Brown from the list of people that were kind enough to share. So I do that every week, and just to show my appreciation for sharing my videos with your friends and your family. So Mary Lee, you have the Calming Camellia stamp set on the way to you today or this afternoon or tomorrow. And so today I have another one, and I'm going to send out the same stamp set for the prize patrol for today for anyone who is nice enough to share the video. And the reason I have 2 and that I'm doing 2 in a row is because that's what we're using today for our project. So maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get the stamp set, and you'll also get one of the cards that we're going to be working on today. So that's just my thank you for sharing. Okay, let's get busy. We got rid of that part of the business. I'm going to put the camera down onto my desk so that excuse me, I can show you before we get started, because this is a really quick and easy project. I just want you to know. Today's the 1st, so I have my online class that is ready to rock and roll. I think I have my email scheduled to go out later this afternoon. So this is another, like I had last month, but this one is another celebration online class, which means it's all inclusive. I include the stamp set, and in this case, I'm including 2 stamp sets in this class. So what you get is the stamp set Island Vibes, and also, Island Vibes here, and then also special moments. So this doesn't have sentiments, this doesn't have images, makes for a perfect pairing. And so I have 5 projects that I would send you the kits for, 1 of each of those. You would also get, this is my scraps, I don't have a full one, but you would get a full pack of the 2123 DSP, a full pack of pearls, a full pack of the in color jewels, and then also a full roll of the crinkle ribbon. So that's all part of the online class. Registration is open now up until next Thursday, I believe, so I can place the order tomorrow, the next day on Friday. So here's a little sneak peek at some of my projects from the online class. And I don't get to do this often, but when I do, you know, after celebration, I don't usually get to do 2 in a row. So my February class was, there's a little bit of glare there. So my February class was the Friendly Hello celebration class, and this one is the 2. So I got to do 2. So the deal with this is, though, the only catch is that I don't even have as many as I had last month that I was able to give out. So once I'm done, once my stock is depleted of both of these stamp sets, then I'll just pull the registration page. But, oh, I forgot to tell you, you also get, wow, what is happening with the glare? That's really weird, because I didn't change anything. And I'm just sitting by the same window. All right, let's see if something changes. Yep, that's what did it. I was covering up something. Okay, so I forgot to tell you that you also get a pack of these doilies. So that's all inclusive. And all the information will be on the blog and out in an email today. So the other thing that I'm just starting, and I did this last year for a little bit, and now that the light is better, let me just give you another glance at these cards. And I hope my video's not cutting out because it looks like it is. So anyway, that's the cards. But now including, if you want it, I'm offering, I should say, an add-on, an adhesive pouch add-on to all of my club packages and my online class packages. So it's $32, and for the online class, it's in the drop-down menu, but it includes a pack of the full roll of the Stamp and Seal, the regular, not the Seal Plus, a refill, mini glue dots, dimensionals, and liquid glue. And it comes in this cute little case that you could use for anything, and also with a little keychain here that you could use for anything. So the cost is $32. It's just the price of the actual products that are included. I'm shipping it to you, and I'm adding the pouch in there for free. So that'll be, you'll have that option, hopefully, if I have enough. We'll see how long it lasts. Right straight through with all of my classes and clubs. Okay, let's get busy. Hi, Carol. So this time, so once a month we do a casing from the catalog. So this time I wanted to do one from the Celebration catalog, and that's why I'm using this this stamp set. Now this was it is a beautiful stamp set, but you couldn't purchase it, and it wasn't really just part of the level 1 or the level 2 rewards with Celebration. You had to have a pretty substantial, a $300 order in order to be eligible to earn this one. But anyway, I love the stamp set, and what I loved more was what I saw here, that when I was just looking for ideas of what we can do. And this really intrigued me because first I didn't realize, how they did it and exactly what they did. So I figured it out. It didn't take too long, but the good thing about it is that I got to use my white craft ink. Now, I don't know if you all have this. when you buy it, it's dry, so it comes with the refill. So you have to refill it. You have to refill it every time you want to use it. So I bought it. I added the ink to it, and there was still plenty of ink on there. I didn't need to use the refill any further, but I very rarely use my blender pens, not blending pens, and I was so happy to finally find a really good technique to use this with. So I'll show you how we do that, but that's all it took was the white craft ink and a blending pen. And first we need to do some stamping, and this is our card. Looks pretty close. I think I may have had different ribbon. I didn't have the regular soft succulent ribbon, but I think it came out pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is start with a piece. Now I'm using Pool Party. This is just what they used. And if you hang with me at the end, I have a couple of other options where I switched the color combinations on it too. So it's Pool Party and soft succulent. So the Pool Party here is 8.5 by 7 inches. And then I scored it at 3.5. And that's going to make our slimline card. Wrong way. Okay, so that is the base. And I think the lighting, I apologize, it's really cloudy out, and all of a sudden it's, but I guess I'm used to having some sun on me here. Okay, so now we have our slimline card base ready to go. Oh, this is an envelope. So this is one of those slimline envelopes that we have in the catalog now, which I love, which we can do a little bit of decorating on that too. So then I took a piece of, I just estimated it looked like it was about 1 inch here, but I trimmed this at 8.5 by 2 3/4. And this is just gonna go right on top there. Okay, but before we do that, we need to stamp. And I'm using soft succulent because this is tone on tone, and I'm going to use my big block. Here it is, and this is the big image. And I have another card I want to show you that I use this little image with too. But that's all I'm going to do. And since this is such a large stamp, I'm going to turn it over and do it backwards, or do it upside down today. And this is just going to get stamped randomly on the card. It's really not going to matter to the technique, how you want to do it. So that's all I'm doing. And you could use your Stamparatus. It's just that you would be repositioning it a lot. And it's okay if it's, it's a little forgiving because it is the distinctive stamp, and you're going to be highlighting the pretty parts of it anyway. So this one I'm just going to bring up a little bit higher, stamp it there, and now I'm just going to get the edges, and I'll put one here in the corner, and I want to try to get it where the actual flower is showing, because that's what we want to highlight. Okay, and I think they just stamped it 4 times, but I can't do that. Everything has to be odd numbers with me. That's just how I rock and roll. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's get rid of this. Well, while I have it out, I might as well stamp my my sentiment. So I took this little one here. It's the little things that make life great. And I'll stamp that on a tad that I already cropped out with a one of the hippo dies, and that was a perfect size for that. I think they used a different one from the Tasteful Label dies, but I'm loving this hippo die one. All right, so that is done. Now let's just get this out. I don't need to re-ink it, and if I did, what I would do is I would put a little bit of the ink here in my, just pool a tiny little bit of it into the lid there. But I still have a bunch up on top, so I'm very gently going to take, and it fell off, but what I what I will do is put a piece of tape or a sticker or something on here, because I want to keep this just for the craft ink, so I don't get it like mixed in with other things if I do decide to use it, which I don't use it enough. I really should use it more. So all I'm doing is I'm not going straight down on it, but I'm just using it right to the side there. And then I'm just going to make wispy lines, and it's going to dry a lot darker, a lot lighter. And then I do go back in after that, and let's see, we have a little bit here. And you can, and definitely you can soften it up. So let me get more on here. Okay, I can see that it is a little bit dry too now, so that's good. Now I can start to use it more. And this is just the idea, just to show you how pretty and how it highlights it. And it's foolproof. You really can't mess it up at all, because it's all just going to blend in together. And you don't have to. I'll show you on the other one that I did. I did just I'll show you here. I just did the inside instead of the whole flower, just to highlight that. And that's always an option too. It just depends. But for this one, since I started it here, I am going to mix it all in there. And whoa, that was a big one. And that's it. And then of course you don't have to have this many flowers on there. You could have just put one. But what do you think? Do you like this? Have you done this before, this different technique? This was the first time, because it took me a while. Like, I was like, how did they get that highlighting in there? And all right, let's just add a little bit more here. And then you can just see how easy it is, and how it highlights. And you can see over here, it's already fading. So you can't really put too much on, I don't think. Okay, here we go. And when the ink pad does come, it's weird, because it says it comes uninked, and then they do sell the refill separately. But just so you know, you don't have to buy the refill at the same time. I was a little confused about that. Okay. All right, and then if you want to, when you're done, like, you can keep some that are highlighted, you can see right here, and maybe just go in and just darken up a little bit right from where the base is. But you get it. I think that's, I was very, very happy with that. And there you go. Pretty, right? And it's going to dry a little bit lighter too. So just make sure you rinse off your point of the blender brush, and a blender pen, I should say. And now we can start putting this baby together. All right, so let me get my seal. Oh, hopefully I don't run out. And my adhesive pad. And we're going to put this right on the base. Oh, I should put a little decoration on the envelope too. Hopefully I'll remember to do that before we leave. Okay, this is going to fit right there from side to side. Okay, and now we're going to just put some ribbon. So I used the In Color ribbon, and I think they just used the regular soft succulents, what was that called? Sheer ribbon? I don't know. I couldn't find it. It was on back order for a very long time, so hopefully it's back in, but I don't know. All right, so for here, I'm just layering this up. On my other one, I think I made a bow, but I'm just going to layer this. and then put my tag right over there. So to do that, I need a bunch of adhesive, mini glue dots. And let's see if I can get my in here. And sometimes I would just put it, just layer them. They're all gonna layer it right on top of each other at some point. But just to give it a little help so that it's not falling through the cracks once you put that other one on. And then this will go on. So today, you know about the, well, the Waves of the Ocean promotion. That's funny. Just started today. But also is that 20% off of there's 13 bundles, and also the mini Stampin' Cut machine, Stampin' Emboss machine. So that's very cool to have all of that, and that's through the month of March. So I think I did have it, I sent out my email on it, but I'm gonna do a PDF to show you exactly which stamp sets are available, and I will, I'll have that on my blog too. And this hopefully should be on my blog what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday, probably by Thursday. This will be on the blog. There, look how quick and simple and easy. And let me see, I had my pearls out to show you. And let me grab a few of those to add to this beauty. And we'll just use some little ones, random. And then I'll show you how I reversed the color scheme here for this one. And these are really wanting to fly. There you go. Look how quick and easy. All right, before we go. Oh, so I had this piece here to add to the inside, because we don't want to be writing our beautiful sentiment on colored cardstock, do we? I don't think so. I just don't. Okay, so that goes there. Let's just put a little bit of beauty onto the envelope. I mean, it's a slimline envelope. They're in the catalog. I don't know what page, but and there's plenty of room. And this card fits perfectly in there. So all you have to remember is to have your card 3.5 by 8, and you're good. Okay, and I'm just gonna put this right into the corner here. And that should leave enough room for the return address and the address. And just give it a good press because it is a little thicker. Oh, perfect. Okay. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Who would like to receive this in the mail? You let me know, and I will get one of these creations out to you. All right, let me show you, before you go, let me show you some others that I did with. So the whole thing is, I believe you need to have it tone on tone, because it's not going to pick up if it's just like a regular stamp set. So what I did here was I used crumb cake, and I did the same thing. So this was lighter, and I just used these images, and I used the craft ink technique on just these, and then I took the other images from the set, and I think this is beautiful too. I love that, how that came out. So it's just with this one set, with just these 2 images. And I think I used this little swirly cue over here. This is the one that I did, that I switched the colors, and just to show you, and it kind of proved my thought process was that it looks better on the darker, I think. You tell me what you think. I think it looks darker there. And so I did the same thing, but I did it on a soft succulent base, and I used Pool Party for the ink and for the images. Same thing, I used the craft ink, but it's still very pretty, but it's a lot, this is just like much more eye-catching, I think. This again, this label, The happy birthday is from this stamp set, and this little swirly cue here, that's so cute. And the label I cropped out of the hippo dies also. So then I did one more, and this one was on the cinnamon cider, which just, I'm sure you all know that it is everything, the new ink colors are, you know, they're not going to be here for long. They're definitely retiring. They're on their way out, but and some of them are already on low inventory. So if you want it, thanks, Carol. If you want it, now is the time to get it, because once that last chance list comes out, forget it. They're going to be gone. And the ink. So make sure you have your refills for your ink pads. This way you'll have years of use out of them after that. So anyway, going back here. So this one, I did the same thing. I stamped on, I still like the soft saffron better, but I just wanted to see how this image looked. And it wasn't, you know, it was just leaves. So I just did the same thing with the craft ink. I used this from the bow punch, and that was just then our frayed ribbon that we had. And then I embossed the sentiment here. Again, sentiment was right from here. It's very pretty. I roughed up the edges a little. I just, you know, I just want to try something new, and then I just, I forget what, I think this is from the Tasteful Label Dies. And I just roughed it up a little, and I just wanted something for embossing. And this actually is going, I know exactly who I'm sending this to. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone else would like to watch, let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. I will have a clean version of this up on YouTube, but this one will automatically generate a replay of this video. So if you are kind enough to share, I will definitely pull your name up. I will pull a name next week. Even though next week is our birthday class, I'm going to pull the name for another set of this Calming Camellia to send this out to you. And if you comment on some of the cards and which one is your favorite, I will be sending a few of them out in the mail for you sometime before next week. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the next one. And if you can comment or like it, that's just as much appreciated. So I thank you again. I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.